Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I'm going to try and keep this short. I will start by saying thank you. This is going out to those of you that attended the Expert Trades Live marketing event. It was 4 days of madness. It was back to back to back, and to be honest, I had an absolute blast. I do a lot of this stuff for brands, to be able to get you guys in a room for the first time, meeting a lot of you for the first time and delivering that training. I learned a lot, how to shape the day, what should be in the workbook. So thank you for taking the leap and being part of that first ever Expert Trades Live marketing experience. Good news is we're rolling that out now. We've got 4 events across the year. We don't want to do it too often, so we're going to do 1 event every quarter. You guys obviously don't need it because you've done that course. But moving forward, the reason for this video is one thing we spoke about on the day is marketing is around generating awareness for your business and using lots of different channels to drive leads into the business. And we're going to talk about a topic that you probably don't want to talk about, makes you feel a bit uncomfortable, which is sales. But the truth of the matter is if you're not selling, you're not actually going to grow the business at the rate that you want to. And selling doesn't mean you have to feel like a used car salesperson. It doesn't mean you have to apply pressure to the customer. The truth of the matter is if you feel yourself in a position where you're applying pressure to your customer, you're not selling, you've got the whole process wrong because you failed in the first instance of matching what you do with your customer's needs. So this is sort of a personal invite because we've got those 4 groups, and what I wanted to do was get those 4 groups together for one day because you guys have done the marketing, and because of the way that the sales works, we're going to be doing a number of different things on the day. We're going to start off with some theory around sales and the sales process. We're going to whiz through that nice and quick. We're then going to be doing some practical in terms of getting into groups, talking about sales. I'll be walking around and we'll be doing some practical activities to understand the process of selling, even down to little things about how you greet customers. And we all know that there's that whole mirroring situation. We're not going to go into any of that bullshit. We're going to talk about genuine, helpful sales practices to make your customers open up and feel more comfortable by dealing with you. And then from there, we're going to go into some live sales training. What I mean by that is a number of you I've already spoken to are going to be bringing in some hot leads that you've got that you just can't seem to get over the line or get any feedback from. Or if you're a heating engineer, you've got a whole list of customers that you've put boiler installs for, but you haven't signed them up for next year's service. And just as a bit of context, I haven't hit the phone and done selling in a couple of years. So while I'm making this video, the thing I do straight after this is we don't cold call trades, but I can't come and give you sales training until I've done that. And I'm not saying you're going to cold call customers, but there are certain things that you need to do when you speak to customers. And I'm actually just getting myself back in that groove of doing this right now. I'm also taking data that some of our members have given me, 200 leads from one of our members, calling them up who they've done boiler installs or previous services for, and they're not following that up. And this is all about having yourself a script that you can follow where you call your customers up, drive value for your customers and close them, get it booked in so you can move on, because you want peace of mind that you've actually got work in the pipeline. Making sure you're getting the lifetime value out of your customer, do an install and then selling them, upselling them different services. Might be a power flush, might be an install of the thermostat, might be the next year's service. Whatever it is, sales is super important. And we're going to go into that on the show. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover off the importance of follow-up. Because so many of you win the work through all your new marketing and sales channels. Okay, so you're going out there, you're doing PPC advertising, you're doing events, you're doing networks, like you're in a BNI group, you're generating leads through Facebook, they're coming into your business, then they request a quote, then you go out and you do all the work, you look at the building, you do the quote, you go away, and then you wait. This is the biggest opportunity miss that I find. So what you need to do is get yourself into a rhythm of doing some follow-up. I'm really terrible at it. When I started to put the sales practice together, I started to think, well, what are the things that we need to talk about? I've got them written down here in front of me, to be honest. And one of the things that I was failing at was follow-up. So I decided to start picking up the phone and doing the follow-up the way that I know I should be and the way I'd be training people to do it. And I landed myself, we had 3 quotes out at the time. I put this up into the Facebook group. We had 3 quotes out at the time for some marketing services for some brands. One of them was a 5-figure and a couple of them were 4-figure deals. And one of them was just, I completely forgot. 24 hours later, we got the deal done. It's about sending your quote out to the customer. And as soon as you send the quote out, little things like send the quote out and call the customer. Hi, I've just sent your quote to your inbox. Just wanted to confirm you got it okay. That is actually sales, but you can position it also as customer service. It's training your customer to expect a phone call from you. Not a problem, you received it, great. I'll give you some time to look over it. I'll probably give you a call back in a couple of days just to make sure everything is really clear. If you have any questions, just please feel free to give me a call. Like, you probably think of that more as customer service, but this is part of a sales process that we need to get into. Anyway, I'm rambling now and it's like a 5-minute video, which is not as I planned. Guys, if you want to come across the sales training, it will not be about training you to be a used car salesperson. It will be tried, tested practices that I'm even going through now for members of Expert Trades, developing scripts, making sure that my sales is on point. So when you come on the day, you start to increase your conversions of your leads and you can start to get more predictable revenue into your business, which is something that me, you, we all want to be able to do. Anyway, hope this has been helpful. I can't wait to see you there. Thanks for all the support as always, and I'll speak to you soon.